who actually had the idea for this series of videos. And so I've talked about what I think makes a good host family. The kids have talked about what makes a good au pair. And now my host dad is going to give us his opinion on what makes a good au pair.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I just prepared a list of few rules that I want to share with you. That's of course just my vision and just a French vision. So just consider it as just one opinion. So my first idea is be part of the family. That's something that I really consider as an important aspect, that you can just have the feeling that you are part of the family, so that allows you to, I don't know, to act as if it was your home, as if it was your family, your brothers, your sisters, your whoever you call brother and sister. You can be the kids can be your brother and sister, but the parents can be your brother and sister because you're just in the middle of everybody. So that's the first aspect, and that's almost the most important thing that will dictate all the other aspects that I will mention. The second one is be ready to shock and be shocked. What I mean is that there are things that you can do that could be considered as very weird for the rest of the family.
Like putting peanut butter on your apples?
Yes, for example. or Tabasco sauce on the foie gras, or that kind of things that you should be ready to see weird face of your host family when you do that kind of thing. But on the other hand, they can do things that you may consider as completely gross or weird or whatever, that's just part of the culture. So you have to be really on both sides and and accept that and say that, okay, I can shock people, but they're not insulting my culture if they are shocked by what I'm doing. And on the other hand, that's not because they're doing something weird that they are gross or whatever. That's just something that you need to find a balance and maybe talk about that with them. The third aspect is I wrote take initiatives. What I mean by that is that if you are part of the family, then if you feel that something should be done and you are not, that's not something that you feel like it's something that you don't want to do or something like that, but if it's okay for you, just do it. Don't hesitate. I give you an example. I really appreciate when Jessica, for example, sometimes she's emptying the dishwasher. That's very cool, because you as an opera girl, from my point of view, you're not here to take care of the how do we call that kind of thing, cleaning and that kind of thing. That's not part of your job. But on the other hand, as you are part of the family, then you can take your part, the part that you can agree on and that that can help and support the parents and the whole family. The first one is try to get the not important that is actually important. I will give you an example. I'm a crazy guy regarding the lights. I don't like when the lights are on. Yeah, of course, if you're in the room, that's okay. But if you're not in the room, then turn it off. I mean, it's weird, but...
the pet peeves.
What?
The pet peeves. Like the little things that...
Yeah, I remember that word. So that's something that Jessica got. At the beginning, she was letting the light on, and I just told her that. And of course, it's really not a big deal. But living together for days and days and days, if that's something that is my pet peeve, then I would start thinking about that, and I cannot control that. Same thing for my wife. My wife is crazy about everything should be clean, everything should be on its place, which is sometimes weird even for me. But Jessica knows that if there are things that, of course, it's not a big deal at all, but for my wife, once after the other, that can make something big. So that's why I said it's not important, but actually it's important that's our pet peeve. That's something that you should try to catch, in order not just to make the life easier, because we try to do the same thing. If there is something that is important for Jessica, even if we say, that's weird, that's really not a big deal. But days after days, it's going to make her mad if we are not considering this as important.
It's funny actually because my dad, like my actual dad, has spent his whole life trying to get me to turn off the lights. But when you said it, I was like, okay, well, like, I'm a guest in the home, I have to do it. And he's like, you got me to do the things that he's been trying all his life to get me to do.
That's a dad thing. The fifth one is, it's like the name of old rock band of the 80s. It's talk, talk, talk. What I mean is that there, as I said, you want to be part of the family. The family wants you to be part of the family. We said there you can shock or be shocked. So you need to talk about all of this. You need to ask, you need to explain, and don't keep things for yourself if you don't feel comfortable with that. Of course, if your host family is completely asshole family, can you say that on the?
Yeah, it's fine.
Then okay, you're lost. You're done. That was a bad choice. But if they are smart people and if they are interested in you and in your culture and who you are and so, just don't hesitate to talk and to explain. To say, okay, I was shocked by what you said. I remember when I talked to you about the 5 minutes delay.
Yeah.
You come back and you say, no, I found it's weird, and so we had to discuss about that, and that was cool. So ask and explain, and be ready to explain. Don't be surprised if the host family is asking you, why do you do that, and why you don't want to do that, and why. Just talk. The sixth one is be trustable. That's of course that's obvious, but on the other hand, that's something that it's better to say it, because for example, my wife and I, because now we have Jessica, we can go and have a half an hour run every day, which is so cool because we can never do that together. But we know that Jessica is here, and we are 100% confident that if anything happens. By the way, they are eating at this time, so they're having lunch. So I don't know if a girl throws something and it gets stuck in her throat, right?
Yeah, choking on something.
And whatever, we know that there is someone, and that Jessica will be trustable, and she will not just say, oh, whatever, I don't care. So that's very important that we can trust her, and that. She respects the timing of everything that we ask for, all the missions that we gave her, she do that, she does them, and so on. So that's of course obvious, but that's very important to be trustable and not to say, okay, that's not a big deal, I miss that. No, because the life of a family, that's something that you have to understand. The life of a family is a completely weird mess. We are running all the time, and we are always trying to stay on time and to reach the goals of the days and so on. So if, as a single person living by yourself, you said, oh, that's okay, I will do that tomorrow, then for a family, you cannot do that most of the time. You will kill the planning, and you will kill everything, and so be trustable. And the last but not least is have fun. You are in a new family with kids. Potentially kids are fun, even if they are annoying or if they are crazy like ours, especially the last one, she's crazy. But you need to discover things. So be ready to be open, to discover, and to be, as I said, be shocked. Yeah, but that's also in the good way. You can discover very interesting aspect of a new culture, very interesting aspect of a new way of raising kids, of living as a family, and maybe it will help you when you will be in your own family, and you will say, that's something that I want to grab from that culture, and I want to insert in my own culture. And benefit from the good sides of both, the good aspects of both sides. So that's it for me. I went through my 7 rules, and I hope it was good.
Yeah, that was great.
Cool.
And we'll be hopefully talking to my host mom to get her opinion.
She will say you need to clean, and you need to stay things clean, I'm sure. And talk about the light for me. So.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for coming on and for having this great idea, and hopefully maybe some future au pairs or host families will see these videos and get some use out of them. But yeah.
Good, thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.